Hey guys, welcome back to another review. Today I want to talk about Marvel First collaboration with Hulu with a little show called Runaways. So the basic premise of the Runaways is that a group of teenagers, they get together one day and find out that their parents are supervillains, so they decided to, run away. But if you actually, sit down and watch the show, you spend more time with these characters, and with the story, it just sort of unveils itself. It's a lot more to that. And I'm happy to say that I cannot recommend this show enough. If you are a big Marvel fan, if you're a fan of good television and you want to see something really exciting and, you want a group of characters that you can, grow to love and you want to spend time with these characters, then I cannot recommend this show enough. The casting of the show is so on point, and like the chemistry between these characters is just so real, and overall it's just so charming. Now they do jump on the trend of like the Stranger Things, the It movie, and a little bit Riverdale in a way, and that is like a group of kids very rebellious, and they trying to do things their own way, and they find out some really dangerous but really cool things, and they want to go into that, and shit happen, and they have to deal with that without their sort of parents help and whatnot. And in this show, in this case, they're actually going against their parents, which is a really horrible reality, but deep down secretly we all want it to happen. Like they're like, it's hard for me to admit until I saw this series, but like there's something kind of cool that's like, you want to get together with your friends, and like, all the adults, they are like bad people, they're horrible, and you just want to use your power to go up against them and, beat them in a way. I thought that was kind of cool. And I thought the parents are also great in this show. Like, it could have been easy to have them like being a very generic sort of villain, but they did something really cool with that. They have the parent character go in different ways that I did not expect them to go, and like the more time I spend with them, the more I can see why they're doing what they do, and their motivation became much clearer, and sometimes we get like flashback of who they were in the past, and I thought it was really fascinating. And by the end of the show, not only that you've grown to love these kids, you kind of appreciate the parents a little bit. They're not who you really think they are, there's a lot more to their characters. This show is kind of like a reverse Game of Thrones. Like in Game of Thrones, it doesn't matter how likable the character is, there's always something about them that make them flawed, that make them, bad people in some capacity. But in this show, even the character is, been doing all these bad things, a terrible person and whatnot. There always a little bit of, redeemable quality to that character. So I thought that was kind of interesting to make that comparison to Game of Thrones. But maybe that's just me. I also really like Olace, the Velociraptor in this show. A lot of the shot of Olace's, I think they use animatronics. I'm not sure, but it looks very practical. It looks very real, and even if when it's like a all CG shot, it still look pretty good considering the budget. And the Runaways, they also have a kick-ass intro, right up there with Daredevil and Defender and Jessica Jones. Like, it is really cool. There's something really cool with that intro. I guess my only complaint is that I feel like the show could have been a bit darker, and what I mean by that is that they tackle all these really mature themes. But for some reason, there's just something, I feel like there's something holding them back, I didn't want him to like curse a bunch, or like have all these like gore, blood, but like I feel like with the really mature themes that they are trying to tackle, this show could have been, could have tried to reach for a little bit more in that sort of maturity scale and whatnot. But I was happy with what I got, but I feel like there's just something holding them back from being a really dark show. And also there are some dialogues that came straight out of a CW show. Like the level of cheese is right up there with Flash and Arrows and whatnot. But like there's not a whole lot of them, but once in a while there's like a little sprinkle of like, here's and there. But yeah, it's just a little nitpick. In the end, guys, I had a blast with the season 1 of Runaways. I'm very interested to see where the story sort of continue, and I heard earlier today they already renewed the show for season 2, so that's good. I would say the first 3 or 4 episodes kind of slow. Like, it's interesting, but the pacing could have been a bit faster. So I'm like, maybe the show is a 7 out of 10. And then I got to episode like 4 or 5, and then on, and I'm like, this is really good, really, really good. I'm gonna give it an 8. And by the time that I finished with this season 1, the show really took me off guard in the best way possible. I love these characters, and I want to spend more time with them. And season 1 of Runaways is a 9 out of 10. I'm interested to hear your thought on the show. If you've seen this season 1, let me know in the comment section how you feel about it. Did you like it? Did you not like it? And what was your favorite moment of season 1? Hey guys, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoy it. And if you did, click the like button, subscribe to me if you want to see more review like this. With that being said, I'll see you soon.